This is a Pickle Jar Aquarium I created over a month ago. I followed the wall step method with this build, so the first layer consists of soil. Covered by some gravel, it won't float to the top. Afterwards I added the hardscape. 2 pieces of driftwood and a few lava stones. The hardscape was very important in this build, to provide plenty of surface area for beneficial bacteria and biofilm, because I didn't add a filter and it will serve as a food for the inhabitants. Next I added lots of plants. Plants are extremely important in wall-set aquariums, because they act as a filter. The fast-growing plants added here are also ideal for this, as they remove a lot of nutrients from the water column, and thus inhibit algae growth. As the last step I added the inhabitants, a few snails and a bunch of ostracods. And this is what it looks like 1 month later. It is completely full of plants, but luckily no algae, so this project worked out as I hoped it would. Since I haven't done anything to it, a lot of the water evaporated. The jar is so full of plants that some of them are already growing immerse. The snails and ostracods are also doing great. The snails have grown significantly and the ostracods population has just exploded. Here you can see a small limpet that somehow found its way inside. So the jar is in need of some maintenance. I started by removing the floaters to gain access to the plants. To see the final height, I already added some water and just used some long scissors and tweezers to cut the plants. Do you see the color of the water? The wood has released so many tannins that it is now a Blackwater aquarium. That is awesome. I pulled out a few of the smaller plants while cutting off the bigger ones, so I planted them back into the soil. As the last step I added a little bit of Salvinia back to the jar. This is all I got out of the pickle jar, so I can reuse it for other projects. I think it looks much better now. A few days later the frog bed even started to bloom. I think this project is a success so far.